Some of us not raised in the United States romanticize the life of Americans. We imagine three-lined avenues with motor cars parked in driveways. We imagine cheery families with beautiful white teeth and warm dispositions, living in lovely homes with lawns and flower beds, all lit by a friendly sun. When you grow up abroad, you dream of this American life, not imagining there is poverty here too, along with disease and disability. You don't think about laborers, garbage removers, street sweepers, gas station attendants, maids, gardeners. You don't think about crime and criminals, the jailed and the jailers, or of a populace dreaming of a better life, perhaps elsewhere than America. I did not dream of going to America to do anything for America. I just thought and dreamt of what it would do for me. I knew I wanted to avoid manual labor. We always thought manual labor was the Spanish ambassador. And not to have to work outdoors. And while I didn't know just what I would do once I got there, I daydreamed a vision of myself entering a huge office building where I took a lift to ascend to a very high floor. There, a series of desk-bound secretaries would greet me with, "Good morning, Mr. McCourt," as I made my way to an office where I'd spend my days making important decisions. It did not quite turn out that way. I got a menial job washing dishes, and I did manual labor on the docks. I did some other work loading trucks and bartending before I began acting and appearing on radio and television shows. As my life in America became more interesting and complicated, I married, fathered 2 children, divorced. I remarried, became a father again, ran for governor, wrote books and a play with my brother Frank, and I now have 8 grandchildren. It's been a rich and interesting life. While I owe much to America, I did participate in doing something important for America too. My beloved wife, Diana, was previously married and had a child with developmental disabilities. After our sons Connor and Cormac were born, we had to seek residential care for Nina. And when we ran out of money, we had to move Nina to an institution known as Willowbrook State School. When we began poking around Willowbrook, we discovered large wards filled with people of all ages, screaming, blubbering, some completely naked in the pools of their own piss and excrement. Some of them sat banging their heads against the wall, causing their blood to flow and mix with the stinking mess on the floor. For fun, some of the attendants had the beleaguered inmates put on sex shows for them. It was a deplorable warehouse of inhumanity, a notorious place where the most vulnerable human beings were horribly neglected and abused. Diana and I, along with some relatives of the inmates, formed a liaison with radical staff members, and we got a young attorney, an upcoming television reporter named Geraldo Rivera, to expose the innermost savagery of a shocking and inhuman system. Our daughter Nina joined a list of people led by the ACLU and the Legal Aid Society in a lawsuit that took 5 years and eventually closed down Willowbrook forever, releasing nearly 6,000 citizens into relative freedom in their own home communities with appropriate support. Nina has gone on to live a relatively normal life in an apartment with 2 roommates and 24-hour care. And beyond Wirrabuk, there emerged a legal precedent that has changed the lives of people with developmental difficulties in this country forevermore. At his inauguration, our first Irish-American president said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." I came to America thinking only about what it could do for me, but helping change this system for all Americans allows me to breathe peacefully. Thank you, America. You don't need empty words to make America great again.